Hey y'all, what's up? So I'm actually back in Germany this weekend in Kaiserslautern, and I just came out here because I really like Germany. And then there were some parties. I know my parties are all over the place. But there's some parties that I wanted to come to. But in this past last week, I feel like I know I'm all over the place, right? And it's just like for me, I want to be rooted in something, and I'm not sure that what that'll look like for me is how it looks maybe for like the average person, but I know that everyone is different, and I don't know, like I don't know, y'all. Like, I don't know if I need therapy. I don't know if I just need to just pick something and do it. But I feel like I don't have any goals in life other than to be happy, be healthy, and have all the resources I need, whether that's financially, mentally, emotionally, physically, like all of that. I can't sit here and say, oh, I want to go back to school for XYZ, or I want this type of job. It's just that, like, I guess with whatever I do, whoever I associate with, I just want them to be on the same type of time that I'm on, I guess. And that's really hard for me. Like, this is just really hard for me, because when I got out of the military, before I got out of the military, even though I was planning on getting out, I was planning on getting out for a specific purpose, to come back in as an officer, but I ended up being medically retired. So I'm not gonna say I feel like I'm still reeling from that, but it really just like set me on another trajectory, and I don't know what to do with it. And then there's also like, just so many different choices that I can make. And I realize this about myself. And so what I've been attempting to do is to just like educate myself as far as like some things internally that I want to do better for myself, or just like self-development articles, getting back into podcasting, or not podcasting, sorry, audiobooks. Does anyone else ever feel like this? I don't know. Like, I feel like it's like a quarter life crisis. Hey guys, it has been so long since I've made a video. The last video I made and posted to my channel was about mystery shopping. To be honest with you, I have so much content in my phones, and the problem with that is just that editing like takes so much time, and I realize like I don't care for editing. So you guys just about to get the videos, but I just wanted to reflect. Is now, well, at the end of this year, or sorry, at the end of the month, because right now it's like January 14th, I think. It would have been 2 years that I've been medically retired out of the Air Force. And okay, let's just run it down. So I left Germany. I'm actually in Germany right now. I'm back in Kaiserslautern. Leave it up to American to butcher foreign words. But anyway, so November 2020 is when I started terminal leave, and then I went home and I stayed with my father for a little bit in Baton Rouge, because that's like where I'm originally from. So from November to May of 2021, I was in Baton Rouge. And then during that time, I just was kind of decompressing, but I think I was also worrying too much about what I was going to do next. So then I moved to Houston. I worked for the VA for a few weeks. I don't even think like 2 months before I started my job with the Office of Naval Research, which was an amazing freaking setup. Like, I learned so much about myself and about like how I want to live my life by working that job. I worked that job from July 2021 until October of last year, 2022, when I actually moved to Brussels, that's where I live now, to work for NATO. Now, I have so much to say about Brussels, but I don't even know where to start. Like, oh my goodness. So, because it's so much for me. I'll just lay it out, and I may ramble, but we just gonna go with it because I don't have a pen and paper. This video is just kind of on a whim. Okay, so boom, check it out. Last year when I was working, which was work from home, maxi flex, I really made my own schedule, obviously within certain, limitations, but for the most part, like, I made my own schedule. I felt like my work-life balance was just super amazing, but I always kept having these thoughts of like, man, I'm not doing enough, which, looking back, like, I was really wasteful with like a lot of my time, a lot of my money. Like, I could definitely have done better with how much flexibility I had last year, but I can't like cry over spilled milk, right? But anyway, so I just really just was chilling, but I just felt like I could be doing more, right? And so that's an eternal struggle that I have, like the struggle between being content and being ambitious, because there used to be a lot of things I wanted to do, but as I get older, like, I don't like to stress myself out too much, like, if it really doesn't matter. And that's just where I'm at with like a lot of things. And I don't know if it's just because like I'm being like way more sensitive now, or if I just don't want to be inconvenienced, but I legit don't like being inconvenienced. I don't know where I got this mentality from. I feel like I used to be a super flexible person, but now it's just like, if something inconveniences me in like the slightest way and I don't care about it, you gone, it's gone, they gone, everything gone. And that's kind of impacting like being here in Brussels and maybe trying to see what a big picture is. So anyway, going back to me feeling complacent, I felt like I had asked God, like, this can't be it, or what else is there? And so when Brussels came along, or NATO came along, I was like, hell yeah. Like, once I had ran down the financials, because I do manage 2 households, I was like, okay, cool, we gonna do this. Well, for me, I did not realize until I upped and moved to Brussels, which had a very, very, very short timeline. I didn't realize that I felt, I guess, at home, or I felt settled in Texas. And a lot of that started to come out in Brussels because I couldn't find an apartment, so I had to settle for an Airbnb that I really don't like. But then at the end of the day, I have a roof over my head, it's in a safe place, like, my minimum needs are being met, right? But then, given the type of sub-organization that I'm working with at NATO, we're standing it up. It's just a lot of things that I didn't expect to occur or to not occur with basically working in a startup environment. And that is nobody's fault at all. Like, that's just nobody's fault. That's just the nature of a startup type of organization. But it's a lot of personal things, kind of going back to, like, I hate being inconvenienced. My commute is an hour plus each way, 5 days a week. I can work from home, but I just, oh.